I'm going to try the messed up one I made earlier, so I'm just going to give this a little try. That's really good. The pastry is slightly crunchy, but also really soft in the middle as well. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make these delicious almond flour mince pies. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make some really delicious mince pies. So this recipe is really easy to do, and I have been promising my husband and son mince pies for ages now. So I thought I'd better make some today. I'm going to be making this with almond flour. I have a slight gluten intolerance, so I find that almond flour is a great alternative when it's mixed with tapioca starch to plain flour. So for this recipe, I have weighed and measured all my ingredients, and in this bowl here I have about 150 grams of almond flour. It does have to be almond flour as well. Almond flour is just finer than ground almonds, so it tends to clump together easier. And then I also have about 55 grams of tapioca starch that I'm going to add in as well. And then I have about 55 grams of butter. I'm not going to be eating too many of these because I also have a slight dairy intolerance as well. So I'm only going to be having like one of these, I think, just as a little treat, because I can't really have too much butter. But I've got unsalted butter here, and as I said, I've got about 55 grams of it, so I'm going to add that to the mixing bowl as well. And then I've got half a teaspoon of salt I'm just going to add in, and then I've got 1 egg as well, and I'm just going to put that into the mixing bowl. And then I'm going to blend all of these ingredients together until they form a dough ball. That's if I've turned it on at the wall. No, I haven't turned it on the wall, so I'm going to go and turn it on the wall now. As I said, I'm going to blend all of these ingredients together. I have blended these until they have formed a dough ball, like so. And I have also grabbed myself a piece of cling film as well that I've just laid out on the work surface. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the dough ball like so, and I'm going to roll it up a bit more. I'm going to put it into the cling film, and I'm going to put this into the fridge for a couple of hours, or you can put it in overnight as well. A couple of hours is fine though. And then once a couple of hours is up, I will roll it out and start making the mince pies, and I can't wait. The pastry has been in the fridge for a good 2 hours, and I'm going to start to roll it out and make it into the mince pies now. So for the mince pies, I have a tin here. Just going to swap those round, and I'm going to just oil each individual hole. Is that? I really don't know. To put the mince pies into. So I'm just going to oil the tin basically until all of these are oiled, like so. You only need a little bit, you don't need a lot at all, really. Just enough to get the mince pie from the bottom of the tin. Oh, thankfully that landed lid side down, I was going to say, but it hasn't got a lid, has it? So it landed this way down, so that's all right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out the pastry. So I've got a little bit of the tapioca starch on the board, and I'm just going to roll this out until it's about 1/2 centimetre thick. And the tapioca starch is just to stop the pastry from sticking to the board when we come to cut them and take them off and put them into here. So we're going to make them into rounds, and then we're going to put them into the muffin tin. I want to say muffin tin, but I don't think that is a muffin tin, or a Yorkshire pudding tin, but not everybody knows what a Yorkshire pudding is, do they? So only us Brits, unfortunately. So I'm just rolling this as thinly as I can because I want to make as many mince pies as possible. Although my husband and son do like thick pastry. So you can roll this as thick or as thin as you want to. And then what I'm going to do is just cut the pastry like so. It has split a little bit, and I'm just going to pop it into the tin. And then I'm going to go and grab a spoon, because I've forgotten to get one of those. And I have some mincemeat that I made yesterday, and I'm going to pop the mincemeat into the pastry like so, and then I'm going to make a lid for that. And I have another cutter here, so I'm going to cut another piece of pastry from here, and I'm going to pop the lid over the top like so, and then at the end I will brush them with a little bit of oat milk. I know this has butter in it already, but I do like to use a little bit of oat milk to make it a bit more healthy for us all. And then and I'm just going to continue to do that until I've used up all of the pastry. As you can see, I have finished making the mince pies. This one didn't turn out too well, but I'm just going to leave it like that, and I think I'll try that one at the end. So yes, I've made half a dozen mince pies, and now what I'm going to do is just brush the tops with a little bit of milk. I know everybody thinks that oat milk is really bad for you, but honestly we don't have it that often, to be honest. And as I said, I have a slight dairy intolerance and gluten intolerance, and I find this a great alternative to milk. I know this has a bit of butter in it, and I probably could have used a little bit of milk, but anyway, I've done it now. And I also wanted to say that if you have enjoyed this video today and you'd like to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you did really enjoy this video, then please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions or any comments, then please leave those in the comments section below. Everything like that really helps me out, and I would really appreciate it. So now what I'm going to do, now I've finished brushing the milk over the tops, is I'm going to put these into the fridge for about half an hour while my oven preheats. What I want to happen is when they go into the oven and hit the hot oven, I'd like the outside to become quite crispy and crunchy and like flaky pastry basically. So I'm going to pop these into the fridge while I preheat my oven to 200 degrees. The oven has preheated and the mince pies have been in the fridge for a good half an hour, so I'm going to pop these into the oven now for about 12 to 15 minutes, or until they've gone a lovely golden brown colour. The mince pies have been in the oven for a good 15 minutes and they've started to turn a lovely golden brown colour, so I'm going to take these out, leave them to cool, and then I will try one and let you know how they taste, but they smell really good right now. The mince pies have been cooling on the rack for a good 15 minutes and they're cool enough to eat now, so I'm going to try one. They're still slightly warm. I'm going to try the messed up one I made earlier, so I'm just going to give this a little try. That's really good. The pastry is slightly crunchy, but also really soft in the middle as well, so that's really nice. Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to one of these with some coconut cream and some maple syrup later on. That's how you make these delicious almond flour mince pies, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be having one of these with some coconut cream and some maple syrup, and they smell and taste so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!